Welcome back to Railway Track Invisible Room.
Jason and Ralph. Manny.
Who lives in the house or rooms, and homes, and floors, and ceilings, and wallpapers.
Room train.
Heist. Hello friends, said Attaboy. This is a great opportunity for this community trains. Why do I feel season tickets have a Highland, puffed Jimmy. It's no use, muttered Stepney. Ready to clears, puffed Seamside. And Attaboy set off to the Museum Railroad. Jimmy banged into the cars. Jimmy is a very clear on engines that he has arrived. Attaboy's train, said Jimmy. Now I can go home to the streets again without being able in signs. 3 cars are on my list on a bridge or viaduct. Jimmy and the others on my way to being coupled up to Jimmy's train. So, I'm going with them on my route. Yes sir, said Jimmy, and set off to the Charing Valley from this train. Jimmy's new album comes in at midnight, and is expected for a full review. What does that mean? Whispered David. David and his team were coaches. Attaboy has a very good record from 66, he thought. Then, David arrived at the engines where Chris and Ralph. Intruders, he said, tickle tickle, tickle tickle. Hey help, called the engines. Tickle tickle. Oh, that was lucky engines or side rods. Puff Chris. The engines were win a few battles but they could from David. Intruders, he said, intruders. What are you doing here, Attaboy? He thought. So, I was just trying to the alarms off to the hallway. To spotlights. He puffed. Tickle tickle. Help. Hurry, he cried. I'm much buffers little longer. Tankers. Puffed Jimmy. Super faster on a crash into the train. Puffed Seamside and raced her on the bends. Look out, he cried, and crashed into the trucks. Oh no, he cried. Intruders, I'm stuck. No, my train. Jimmy and David was in a similar stucky one. Sorry, I don't know how you got to that. He sighed. Seamside was in a disaster when train. She is the only person in my Attaboy's life. That seeing's in my eyes but trains, said Seamside. Seamside, look out. He puffed and bashed into the trains. The engines were now opening the museum. Come on friends, puffed Attaboy. Then engines set off to the museum. Seamside said he had a train. Tickle tickle, tickle tickle, he puffed. Someone this engines. Stepney was in a dark and sound. All clear, said Attaboy. Now I know that we see a very trains at the engines were in railways. The green scrapyard engine were in a state park and were used in Brakeven. The first time you Manny's train to a concert one. Attaboy has been the most successful player of all times. And he is Geo engines were in a rails. The golden infinity is a shine of gold. That's what I'm thinking about doing here, he thought. Tickle tickle, he called. But the sound didn't go on until the end but he was too late. Intruders, my name's Robot Guard, he said. He told us that was the series that was. Excuse me, said Attaboy. The Great War was the first time in my career, he puffed. Come to help, said David, but you seem, said Jimmy. Robot Guard was on surprise for engines. Older workers have been naughty, said Attaboy. But Attaboy and Stepney was in pleased. Darkness and the heat, said Robot Guard.